Hello, and welcome to Air Crash Chronicles, the channel that explores the mysteries behind some of the biggest air disasters in history.
Welcome back, aviation enthusiasts, to another episode of Air Crash Chronicles, the channel that delves deep into the world of air crashes and investigations. Today we bring you the harrowing story of Aeroflot Flight 1492, a tragic incident that occurred on May 5, 2019. Prepare yourselves for a detailed examination of the causes, the victims, the crew, and the devastating aftermath of this heart-wrenching crash. Our troubling journey begins with Aeroflot Flight 1492, a domestic passenger flight from Moscow Sheremetyevo to Murmansk, Russia. The aircraft in question, a Sukhoi Superjet 100, was on its initial climb when disaster struck in the form of a lightning strike. The aircraft's fuselage was struck, causing an electrical failure that would initiate a horrifying chain of events that unfolded in just a matter of minutes. With an electrical failure, the crew quickly made the fateful decision to return to Sheremetyevo for an emergency landing. As the aircraft descended, tension filled the cabin, and the passengers and crew prepared for an emergency landing they would never forget. However, fate dealt an even more devastating blow. As Flight 1492 touched down, it bounced heavily on the runway, causing the landing gear to collapse, fuel to spill out of the wings, and a catastrophic fire to erupt. The rear of the aircraft was engulfed in flames, trapping those who were unfortunate enough to be seated there. A total of 78 individuals were on board the aircraft, consisting of 5 crew members and 73 passengers. The crew included the captain, a first officer, and 3 cabin crew members. The captain, Denis Yevdokimov, was 42 years old and possessed an airline transport pilot license with an extensive flying experience of 6,844 hours, including 1,570 hours on the Superjet aircraft. He had previously flown the Ilyushin Il-76 and various smaller planes for the FSB, accumulating 2,320 flying hours, as well as the Boeing 737 for Transaero, with 2,022 flying hours. He had been employed by Aeroflot, transitioning to the SSJ-100 in 2016. The first officer, Maxim Kuznetsov, joined Aeroflot in 2017 at the age of 36, held a commercial pilot license, and had 773 hours of flying experience, with 623 hours on the Superjet aircraft. Out of the passengers, 40, along with the flight attendant named Maxim Moisev, who was just 21 years old, were seated in the rear of the aircraft and tragically lost their lives in the accident. Among the fatalities, 40 were Russian nationals, and 1 was a citizen of the United States. Tragically, 41 of the 78 occupants on board Flight 1492 lost their lives in this horrific incident. The victims included both passengers and crew members who were thrust into a nightmare that unfolded in mere moments. Sadly, the aftermath of this crash would leave a lasting impact on the aviation industry and the families of those affected. Now let us focus on the courageous crew who faced unimaginable challenges during those crucial moments. Despite the chaotic and life-threatening situation, the flight crew made valiant efforts to ensure the safety of their passengers. Their swift actions in evacuating the aircraft, amid the encroaching flames, saved many lives and brought hope in the midst of utter despair. As investigations into the crash unfolded, experts meticulously analyzed every detail to uncover the causes behind this tragedy. It was revealed that the lightning strike had caused significant damage to the aircraft's systems, leading to the electrical failure. Additionally, the hard landing played a crucial role in the collapse of the landing gear and the subsequent fuel ignition. The aftermath of this crash highlighted the importance of aviation safety protocols. and the need for constant improvements in aircraft design and emergency response procedures. Both authorities and aviation industry stakeholders worked tirelessly to implement necessary changes and ensure that similar incidents could be prevented in the future. This solemn chapter in aviation history will forever remind us of the devastating consequences that can arise from a combination of natural forces and technical failures. As we honor the memory of the victims of Aeroflot Flight 1492, let us strive for a future in which air travel continues to be safe and secure, so that their loss was not in vain. Aeroflot took immediate action following the incident and announced on May 6, 2019, that they would provide compensation to the surviving passengers and the families of those who tragically lost their lives. Passengers who did not require hospitalization were entitled to receive 1 million rubles, equivalent to approximately $15,320, while those who were hospitalized would receive 2 million rubles, about $30,640. Furthermore, the families of the deceased were to receive 5 million rubles, around $76,600, as compensation for their loss. After the release of the accident summary by Rosaviatsya on May 17th, it was reported in the media that the pilots had failed to properly set certain wing surfaces known as flaps, brakes, or air brakes for landing. However, Aeroflot promptly responded to these claims, denying any violation of company procedures by their pilots. According to Aeroflot's statement, the flaps were correctly configured for landing, and the spoilers should only be extended manually when reverse thrust is applied and the aircraft has settled on the runway. The airline emphasized that the preliminary information provided by Rosaviatsya did not indicate any pilot error and criticized the media for prematurely drawing conclusions. As we come to the end of this captivating episode of Air Crash Chronicles, it is crucial to reflect on the profound impact that air crash investigations have on our collective understanding of aviation safety. The stories we uncover and analyze serve as more than mere cautionary tales. They reinforce the vital importance of continuous improvement and unwavering dedication to ensuring the highest standards of safety within the aviation industry. The victims of air disasters linger in our minds and hearts, a reminder of the immense responsibility resting on the shoulders of all those involved in aviation operations. Each precious life lost is a profound loss, a stark testament to the need for relentless pursuit of advancements in aircraft design, maintenance procedures, training, and emergency response protocols. As we strive for a future where air travel continues to be the safest mode of transportation, let us remember the lives lost in air disasters as more than statistics. They are reminders of our enduring commitment to safeguarding all those who take to the skies. The invaluable lessons garnered from each investigation serve as beacons of hope, illuminating the path towards greater security and peace of mind for passengers and crew alike. Until we meet again, let us carry the memories of those affected by air disasters with us, as a reminder of the responsibility we bear to make the skies safer for all. Stay curious, stay informed, and never lose sight of the unwavering commitment to the pursuit of excellence in aviation safety. Thank you for joining us on Air Crash Chronicles. May your travels be safe, and may the lessons learned guide us towards a brighter, safer future.